Hey, it's Lisa with a love note for February 4th. So today, getting intuitive guidance is a beautiful thing. And sometimes the ideas that come through and the possibilities of what could happen next can get a little overwhelming. It's like when you're connected and getting like all these ideas streaming from spirit, it's like, whoa, what do I do with all this? And it can be really easy to get kind of confused. In fact, today I wrote in a message to somebody, I said, I need to break out of the confusion quicksand and jump into the clarity current. I felt the need for clarity and just felt the need to get out of my own damn head and quit confusing myself. And so I sat down with the guides and I was like, okay, what's the best bet for finding clarity on all this stuff? And it was like business related and lots of opportunities, which is great, fantastic, but can be a little confusing and overwhelming too. And so I just asked the guides, I was like, where do I start? Their response was, clean your room. What the hell is that all about? Clean my room? Like they were my mom, from junior high or something. They were like, just clean your room. It's not like my room is a pigsty or anything, but this is the first time that I've actually, like my last house, I had 3 separate, dedicated office spaces that I could use where I could just do work and do creative stuff and not have to share space with my bed, but this little cottage is great, but I don't have a dedicated office space. So, anyway, it's really easy for piles to stack up and stuff like that. So they just said, clean your room. And I'm like, what's the deal with that? And then I got it. The idea that our external environment is energetically a reflection of what's going on the inside often as well. And so just like we were talking yesterday about doing the inner work to shift the outside, sometimes we also need to do some work on the outside to help shift the energetics inside as well. It's as without, so within. I mean, it's all interconnected. So they said, clean your room. So I'm like, where do I start? It was amazing how just taking even 30 minutes to just go through and organize and clean. And it's like, I can breathe more deeply. And now clarity is starting to come, which is a beautiful, wonderful thing. When it comes to spiritual guidance, if we don't act on the guidance, my experience is it starts getting constipated. So confusion is actually like a blockage of the crown chakra. And so energetically, so much stuff is coming in, but if it's not going anywhere, it's just stacking up and starting to get constipated in our energetic system in our head, and it leads to confusion. And so one of the best ways to get beyond even spiritual confusion, that energetic constipation, is to just start doing the work. This happened to me a while back and I was on a treadmill and I remember thinking, okay, I've got all this stuff going on. I just need to ground it out into the earth, just use my energetic grounding and I'll just send it into the earth and clear my energy that way and it'll be great. And the guide said, nope. And I got this visual. They're so funny. But I got this visual of a great big toilet plunger on my head. And it's as if they were trying to plunge all these ideas out of my brain. But instead of going into the earth, it was actually coming out my mouth. So it was like taking all these ideas and making them real by sharing them in the world. I'm like, so that's how it works. So anyway, it's just, I'm always fascinated by no matter how much work I do in this space, energetic work, and really try to do the energetic clearing, the energetic understanding, spiritual understanding, working with the guides, all of it, that sometimes I still have to get the little, on the head, go, okay, let's go back to basics here. Just clean your room. Just clean your room. I'm grateful that those cues come so much faster than they used to. It used to be that I could sit around in confusion for 2 years, before I got it that, little baby steps. Sometimes when we have so many opportunities, or ideas that we could be potentially acting upon, it can get confusing to decide where to start, how to prioritize. And it's really easy to find the squirrel, and get distracted distracted in a million different ways to where our energy, just starts going all over the place. And that prevents actually making progress on the things that matter to us. So I've really started checking in, when it comes to having a broad number of things to focus on, where do I want to invest my energy today? Sometimes I do. I break out my little pendulum and I just ask, the guides to kind of help show me and guide me. But other times, the way I really love to do it is to just feel what juices me up. I mean, what gets me excited on the inside? What gets me going, yeah, I want to focus there because that would be fun. And that is such a great guide if we can follow what feels good and follow the fun to allow that to determine some of our priorities, when it's relevant and appropriate, especially in our creative work. That can be just such a wonderful way of making priorities. Hey, Paula, I thought of you when I said squirrel, actually. And, so there have been some things come up this last week, like restarting the OMG Spot podcast. I am so excited about that. And another book idea that's in the works. And then the Dirt Road Divinity stuff starting back up and working on that book. And there's just so much going on, getting ready to launch a sexual alchemy program, in 2 weeks that I'm super excited about. But it's a lot. And so sometimes all that can feel a little overwhelming and cause confusion. And it's just a matter of picking where you're going to start, pick a place and actually focus long enough to make progress and build momentum and keep going and don't get confused and don't let yourself get stuck in frustration and confusion, to allow momentum and to allow things to continue moving forward. If you ever feel that way, that it feels like there's just something stuck, that it feels like something's out of balance and you're not sure, what or where or, how to go about even figuring that out. The beautiful thing about the chakras and about our energetic system is they're incredible guides to what's going on within us. And often we can see it in what's going on outside of us in our external world as well. But if you ever want some kind of help figuring all that out, I would love the opportunity to sit down with you, with my guides, with your guides, and get into your energy field and really see what's going on energetically with you. Is it confusion that might be related to the crown chakra? Is it like this overwhelming sense of responsibility for other people that could be related to your heart chakra? Do you feel just shut down and apathetic and bored with life? If that's the case, it might be related to your sacral chakra and just you needing to clear that puppy out so you can bring some more passion and some more juice and into your life. So there's all kinds of ways that the chakras can be incredible guides for what's going on, in our body, in our mind, in our emotions, and in our life. So if that's something you might be interested in, I put a link down at the bottom or in the write-up here where it's super simple to go book an appointment and we'll just have a chat, an hour-long chat, my guides, your energy, my energy, all meshed up together and see what we can come up with very personalized, very practical, and very purposeful suggestions for how you can unconstipate your own energy in a way that allows you to breathe a little easier too. I hope you have a beautiful day. Remember always that you are loved, your energy matters, and I would love the opportunity to work with you. I will talk to you soon. See ya.